austerity, cuts in public services. There was no money, they said. There was no money for the disabled people. There was no money for our old age pensioners. No money, they said. But their money was hidden in Panama and in the Bahamas, in tax havens. All the while they were lecturing everyone else about tax and about benefits. Don't be a benefit cheat, they were saying. Well, they were tax cheats, multi-millionaires, cheating the public of their taxes whilst cutting the public services on which all of us depend. Our doctors, our nurses, our public servants of all kinds, our disabled people, our pensioners. There was no money, they said, for them, because the money of the richest people in the country was being hidden in the Bahamas and in Panama. Well, that was bad enough. It's bad enough that the rich and the powerful are not paying their taxes. But when the Chancellor of the Exchequer and the Prime Minister themselves are hiding their wealth in Panama, that's too much. Enough is enough. Resign, Osborne. Resign, Osborne. Resign, Osborne. Resign, David Cameron. The tax cheat Prime Minister. Good to see you on this fine day in this great city. But it could be greater. Life is good, but it could be better. And it would be good, and it would be better if Osborne and Cameron paid their taxes. Look, Her Majesty's Revenue, the man in charge of that building, the Treasury, is stealing money off the public by refusing to pay the tax that he is due. Imagine a tax cheat Chancellor of the Exchequer. You couldn't make it up, really. Imagine in this great country, with all of its history, we ended up with a Chancellor of the Exchequer who was cheating his own Exchequer, who was robbing his own tax. Thank you. It's time to go, Osborne. And as for the next door neighbour in number 10 Downing Street, what can you say? What can you say about a Prime Minister hiding his money in Panama, hiding his money in the Bahamas, charging you for his wife's fashion and beauty services, £55,000 a year. You are paying Mrs. Cameron's beauty and designer services. We've got a Prime Minister who's stealing public money by hiding his own wealth away from the Treasury, away from the tax authorities. So it's time for Cameron to go. Resign, Cameron! Resign! It turns out that it wasn't a pig after all. It was a piggy bank, a Panamanian piggy bank that he was stashing his money away. away from you while stealing money from the disabled people, stealing money from the poor, stealing money from the pensioners, destroying our public services, wrecking the National Health Service, wrecking our schools, wrecking our public services. All the while he was hiding his own money away from the taxman, hiding it in Panama. Panama Dave, it's time to go. Cameron, it's time to go. Panama Dave, pay your taxes and go. Go for all the good that you are doing. It's time for Panama Dave and his Panama piggy bank to go. Resign, Cameron. Resign. That's what the people want. You and Osborne, both of you, have been stealing the public's money by hiding your money in Panama and in the Bahamas. Time to go, Cameron. Give us a general election. Jeremy Corbyn for Prime Minister. That's what we say. Thank you very much. Enjoy the demonstration.
They're still walking underneath.
Imagine, we have a Prime Minister stealing the people's money. Imagine, in Britain, a Prime Minister dodging his taxes. A Prime Minister. Arrest them, officer. There's a thief in there, in Downing Street. There's a thief at large in Downing Street. Officer, there's a thief there. A burglar. A robber, a mugger. He's mugged us. David Cameron, it's time to go. Give us a general election now. Pay your taxes. Music.